right, so we talked about multiplying fractions and what that looks like. Now we're going to get into division of fractions and what that looks like, but we're going to start with a basic concept. Jenny buys 2 pounds of pecans. That's it. That's what we're starting with. And so what would happen if she buys 2 pounds of pecans and she puts both of those, or let me rephrase that, and then she puts 2 pounds in each bag. Okay, that's what I'm asking. 2 pounds in each bag. What does that mean? How many bags can she fill? Well, if she bought 2 pounds and has 2 pounds, that is 2 divided by 2, or in this case, 1 bag, right? Right? So she has her bag of pecans. She can only make 1 bag if she does that. Okay? So she's dividing, and the answer is 1. But what happens if she only puts 1 pound in each bag? Well, if she puts 1 pound in each bag, we can do 2 divided by 1, and she would be able to make 2 bags now, right? Because she would put 1 in this bag and 1 in this bag, right? So let's take this a little further and throw some curveballs in here. What if she puts half a pound in each bag? How many bags is she going to make now? Well, if she does that, we have our whole, and she's dividing it into halves, right? And so we have our 2 bags. Okay, but she puts half a pound in each bag, so that means we have the 2 pounds here, and so this half will go in 1 bag, this half will go in another bag, this half will go in the 3rd bag, and this half will go in a 4th bag. So that's 4 then. Interesting. Okay, so then what happens to Jenny if she puts 1/3 of a pound in each bag? Well, that division problem would look like this. 2 divided by 1/3, split up into thirds, right? That's what that means. So here's our 2 pounds, split up equally. Now this one's a little hard, so I'm going to show it like this, right? So there's our 3, and we get 6 portions. What if it was 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, and so on and so forth? This is dividing fractions, and this can be kind of complicated if you don't know what you're doing. So we're going to start with just a basic understanding of this, and we're going to take that problem of here's the 2, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw a number line. And I'm going to draw the number line because it might be easier to see. We're going to kind of combine what we know about tape diagrams and number lines. So we're going to say there's nothing here, and she has 1 here and 2 here. And the problem that I'm going to give you is she's dividing it into thirds. Okay? But I have my 2 total, right? And she's splitting each one of these into thirds. So how many is she going to get? She's going to get 6 because she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my question is, how many thirds are in 1? Well, in 1 there are 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 thirds are in 1. And how many thirds are in 2? Well, 6 thirds, right? So what's happening is our numbers are growing when we divide by fractions. Interesting, right? Well, that's exactly what dividing by fractions does for you. It kind of takes what we know and it grows it, okay? And a lot of people recognize the division of fractions as multiplying, right? But it's better if you kind of understand this basic concept. So if I gave you 5 divided by 1/2, you might know that this is going to be 10. Because if it's 5 times 2 equals 10, right? But what's happening is this. If we come back to this, is that we have 5. I'm going to do this in black, and then I'll show you. We have 5 spots, 5 bags, 5 cookies, whatever makes sense to you. And then each of these 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Then each of these 5 are actually split up into half. So now how much do we have? Well, we split it in half and it doubled because it got bigger. So now instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so what's happening is it's doubling. Right? And the other half, the other way that we can look at it is 1/2 times 10, because how many halves are here? There's 2, right? So if this is a half, okay, that's 1/2 times 10 is equal to 10 over 2, which we know is division, 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Okay. You know, some people might understand it as what we call, or what you may have heard as flip and multiply, which might work too, or it does work, but I want you to really understand why that works, okay? And that's why I'm explaining this to you. So understanding this is we have 3 wholes, or 3 cookies. We split them in half. How many pieces do we have now, right? So 1, 2, 3, we're going to get 6. But what's really happening, right, is 3 times 2 equals 6. Or we can look at it as, what is this? This is a half. So 1/2 times 6 is equal to 3. So hopefully that kind of gives you a good understanding, or at least a basic understanding of division of fractions. It's a lot easier than it looks, and it's not as hard as some people make it seem. Good luck.